Quick question. If someone spoke English to you right now, would you answer? Or would you smile, nod, and hope they just walk away?
Be honest. Because most people, even people who have studied English for years, would still do exactly that: smile, nod, and try to escape the conversation.
And here's the thing nobody tells you. Your English isn't improving because you're practicing in the wrong way. It's not because you're bad at English.
Once you understand what's actually going wrong, fixing it becomes much simpler than you think. By the end of this episode, you're going to look at your whole day completely differently. Stay with us, because one of these habits takes less than 30 seconds, and it can change how you speak starting today. I'm PJ.
And I'm Logan.
Welcome to Easy English with PJ, where we help you build real English for real life. No boring textbooks, no complicated grammar rules, just habits that actually work.
And today, we're giving you 5 daily habits that will completely change the way you learn English. Talking to yourself, using your phone, music, shows, and finding a practice partner.
But before we get to the habits, you need to understand why most people are stuck in the first place, because once you see it, you can't unsee it.
Here's something most English teachers never tell you. Your brain is very good at connecting things to places. Think about your favorite food. You usually eat it somewhere familiar, at home, at one restaurant, somewhere you know well. Now imagine eating that same food on a crowded bus. It just feels off, right?
Your brain does the exact same thing with English. You learn it in one place, a classroom, an app, a specific desk at home, and your brain starts to connect English only to that place. So when you leave, the English stays behind. You're at a cafe, you're at work. Someone speaks to you in English, and suddenly your brain goes blank. Not because you don't know English, because you're not in the English place.
Sound familiar? That's been most of us. And the problem isn't your ability. It's where and how you're practicing. English isn't information to memorize. It's a reflex to build, like catching a ball. You don't learn that by reading about it. You just throw, miss, and throw again until your hands know what to do automatically.
And here's why this actually matters for your life. Think about 2 people going for the same promotion, same skills, same attitude, but one of them can handle an international client call. One of them can write a clear email, follow a meeting, and explain an idea without freezing. That's the difference. And that difference could be you.
And it's not just work. Most of the internet is in English. Research, ideas, tutorials from the most interesting people in the world. If you're not comfortable in English, you're only seeing about 20% of what's out there. The other 80% is locked, and English is the key.
The good news is, getting that key doesn't require moving abroad or spending thousands on a course. It requires small habits built into the life you already have. And the first one starts before you even leave your house. This is the habit most people laugh at first and then can't stop doing.
You wake up. You're getting ready for the day. Your brain is already running, thinking about your schedule, what to eat, what to wear. Here's the habit. Do all of that thinking in English, out loud.
And yes, that sounds strange, but here's the mistake that keeps people stuck for years. They practice receiving English, reading it, listening to it, but they almost never practice producing it, making it come out of their mouth, fast, without thinking. That's a completely different skill. And talking to yourself builds exactly that.
So what does it actually look like? You're looking at your closet. What should I wear today? It's warm outside. Maybe a t-shirt. Yeah, this one. You're stuck in traffic. The traffic is really bad today. I think there's an accident ahead. I'm going to be late. I should message my friend. Nobody hears you. No embarrassment. No judgment. You can pause, say it wrong, and start again.
When you get stuck on a word, that's not failure. That's a signal. You want to say, my back hurts from sitting too long, but you don't know the word hurts. That's your English task for today. Look it up. Use it tomorrow. Your real life becomes your personalized lesson plan. Nobody else has the same one, because nobody else has your exact life.
The progress sneaks up on you. After 2 weeks, sentences start coming out faster and smoother. You don't even notice it happening. And then one day, someone speaks English to you, and you just respond. Naturally, without translating in your head first. That's the moment everything changes.
If this is already shifting how you think about practice, the next habit is going to surprise you even more, because it's something you're already doing every single day, and most people are completely wasting it.
How many times do you unlock your phone every day? Most people, it's between 80 and 150 times. Every single day, that's 150 moments where you could be building English. But for most people, everything on that phone is in their native language. And this is where most people waste years without even realizing it.
So change it. Switch your phone to English. Right now. Today. And yes, the first reaction is always, what if I can't find anything? What if I accidentally delete something important?
Good. That 3-second moment of confusion. Wait, where is that setting? That's your brain working. That's a memory being made. Because when you figure it out, you never forget it. You learned it because you needed it, not because someone told you to memorize it. That's real learning happening right there.
Same idea at home. Use sticky notes. Write English words and stick them on everything. Ceiling, drawer, shelf, curtain, tap. And every time you walk past, say the word out loud. Don't just read it silently. Say it. Eyes see it. Mouth says it. Ears hear it. 3 connections at once. Same word. 0 studying.
Most people think immersion means moving to another country. But you can build that immersion right where you are. In your bedroom, in your kitchen, in your pocket. Today, for free, change what surrounds you, and your environment starts teaching you without any extra effort at all.
And now think about this. How many years have you already spent learning English and still hesitate to speak? That's not a time problem. And most people never realize that. They just keep trying harder. That's a method problem. And everything we're sharing today is designed to fix exactly that.
This is where most people quit, not because it doesn't work, but because it feels too simple. They think, this can't really be enough. I should be doing something harder. But that thought is exactly what keeps people stuck. Simple done consistently beats complicated done once. Every single time.
Now, the next habit is one almost nobody takes seriously, but it might be the most enjoyable one on this entire list, and the results will genuinely surprise you. Music. And before you say, I already listen to English music, stay with me. Because there's a massive difference between having English music playing in the background and actually using it to grow.
Most people have music on while they do other things. Their brain is focused on the task, not the language. Passive listening doesn't build listening skills. Your ears need to actively engage. And here's exactly how to make that happen.
Step 1. Pick a song you genuinely love, not something that seems educational, something you'd listen to anyway. If you love it, you'll come back to it again and again. No forcing. Step 2. First listen. Just enjoy it. Don't chase words. Don't stress. Just notice how English flows, the speed, the rhythm, how words connect to each other.
Step 3. Find the lyrics and read them while you listen again. Parts that sounded like noise suddenly make sense. You start hearing individual words, whole phrases. That moment when sound becomes meaning is one of the best feelings in language learning, and it happens faster than you expect.
Step 4. Pick 2 or 3 lines that stick with you. Say them out loud. Slowly at first, then match the speed of the song. Your mouth is learning to make sounds it's never made before, but it feels like singing, not studying. Step 5. Sing along. Yes, even if it's completely terrible. It doesn't matter at all.
Language has a rhythm, and music teaches you that rhythm in a way that grammar books never can. When you feel English, not just know it, everything gets faster. 1 song a week. Over a year, that's about 50 songs, hundreds of natural phrases. Not studied, absorbed naturally into your speech.
Once your ears start getting trained, the next habit starts to feel completely different because now you're actually ready for it. And this is the one most people do completely wrong for years. If you've ever watched an English show and felt like you learned nothing, this is exactly why.
Here's something interesting. 2 people watch the same English show for 1 hour. One improves, one doesn't. Same show, same hour, completely different results. The difference is how they're watching it.
Most people watch English content passively, subtitles in their own language. They finish an episode and feel like they learned something, but their brain just read for 40 minutes. The English barely went in. So here's the system that actually works. 3 levels. Start where you are, not where you wish you were.
Level 1. Find short videos, 3 to 5 minutes long, on topics you already understand well. A simple recipe, a beginner workout, a travel vlog. Something where, even if you miss words, the visuals carry you. The goal isn't to understand everything. It's to get comfortable with the sound of real spoken English. Real speed, real pronunciation, not the slow, perfect English from textbooks. Nobody talks about that difference, but it's everything.
Level 2. Find a video or show where the host speaks clearly. Watch it once with English subtitles. Then watch the same thing again without subtitles. The second watch is where real learning happens. Your brain already knows the content. Now it can focus completely on the language. And every time you hear a phrase that sounds natural, pause and say it out loud 3 times.
Phrases like, I had no idea. That actually makes sense.
Let me think about that for a second. Honestly, I'm not sure. These are the phrases that make you sound real, not textbook.
Level 3. Watch something completely new. No subtitles at all. Real fluency doesn't mean understanding every word. It means understanding enough to keep going. Native speakers miss words all the time. They guess from context. They say, wait, sorry, what? And move on. That's normal. That's exactly what you're building toward.
The phrases you collect from shows become your real vocabulary. Words and phrases you chose because you heard them in a real moment, because they felt alive. And all of these habits work together beautifully.
But if you skip this last one, everything else becomes 10 times slower. This is the one most people avoid the longest. And it's the one that makes everything else click.
At some point, English has to become a two-way thing, and this is the step most people put off the longest because it feels the scariest, but it doesn't have to be.
You don't need a native speaker. You don't need a formal class. You just need one person who is in the same situation as you, learning English and trying to improve in a simple agreement. Every day, you send each other one message in English. Something real from your actual day.
Like, hey, I tried speaking English to my manager today and completely forgot the word for deadline. I just said the time limit thing. So embarrassing. And they reply, ha. Yesterday I said good morning to my neighbor in English and then panicked and walked really fast back into my apartment.
And here's what's actually happening in those messages. You're thinking in English, writing in English, reading English for a real reason. Not, I should practice, but my friend is waiting for my message. That's purpose. And purpose is what keeps you going on the days when motivation disappears completely.
Because your partner is also learning, nobody feels judged. You both make mistakes. You both laugh about it. And slowly, without even tracking it, you both get better. Every other habit in this video is solo practice. Music, talking to yourself, your phone, all of it alone. A practice partner is the bridge between practicing alone and having real conversations. And most people never build it.
Because the whole point, the reason we're doing all of this, is to be able to talk to real people, comfortably, naturally, without freezing. If you genuinely have no one to practice with right now, use this video. Leave a comment in English. Anything. Hi, I'm from Nigeria. I want a practice partner. People in our community respond every single week. You won't have to wait long.
And when you have that partner, everything connects. The phrases from your music, the lines from your shows, the sentences you practiced alone in the morning. Suddenly you have somewhere real to use all of it. And that's when your English stops feeling like a subject you're studying and starts feeling like a language you actually speak.
5 habits. That's really all it is.
Talk to yourself every day, in your kitchen, in your car, getting dressed. Build the reflex of producing English fast.
Change your environment, your phone, your home, so English is everywhere you look. Make your surroundings teach you without any extra effort.
Use music actively. Find songs you love, learn the lyrics, and absorb the rhythm of real English.
Watch shows the right way. 3 levels, active engagement, and collect real phrases that real people actually say.
And find one practice partner. One person, a few messages a day, real conversation with zero pressure.
None of these need a classroom. None of them need a textbook. None of them need you to find extra hours in your day. They just need one thing: consistency, small steps, every single day.
And here's the truth. Nobody says out loud. The people who become fluent are not smarter. They are not more talented. They just found a way to make English feel normal. Every day, in small ways. And now you know exactly how to do the same thing.
And one day, this moment will come. Someone speaks English to you, and you don't freeze. Words come out, clear, natural, and you think, wait, that just worked. And that's the moment you realize you were never bad at English. You just trained the wrong way.
That moment is being built right now, whether you realize it or not, in the small habits, in the daily choices, in showing up, even imperfectly, every single day. Small steps, every day. That's how fluency is made, not in a classroom, in your life.
Don't try all 5 at once. That's how people fail. Pick one, just one. Start tomorrow. And next time someone speaks English to you, you won't smile and hope they walk away. You'll answer, and it will feel good.
Drop a comment and tell us which habit you chose. We read every single one. And if this episode helped you today, share it with one person who needs it. They'll thank you.
If you're new here, subscribe. We make videos like this every week. Easy English, real conversations, no boring textbooks.
See you in the next one.
See you there.